Hello Really Rubbish Racing fans, welcome back to Macau for round 12 of the Really Rubbish Racing Touring Car Championship Season 2. I again am Alex, he again is Adam. Hello Adam.
Hello Alex.
That's a nice hill we're staring at with a building on top.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's a nice day. Hope you've brought some sun cream.
I have. I've forgotten to put it on though, as usual.
Yes.
And earlier on, basking in the sun, we saw Pi Junior take his first ever win for the club, and Kaibutsu Racing's first ever win for the club, in the club.
We did.
He's going to start 8th on the grid, due to the reversed grid rules. Here we have the track. Twisty one, isn't it?
It is 3.80 miles long. So we're going to have 10 laps of this again. Very tricky track. First sector is pretty simple. Couple of straights with a few little kinks, and then the middle section is really where it gets quite interesting. Corners like Maternity, Faraway Hill, Moorish Hill, the Melco hairpin, infamous just for, well, crashing basically. And then the last section is a little bit more easy. Great track though.
That's why they call the last corner.
No, you've got round the lap without dying.
Yeah, it gently strokes you back to the start-finish line.
It sure does.
Speaking of which, here is the start-finish line. You can just about see it if you squint.
Yes.
Just sort of painted there across. It actually looks like a shadow from here. Maybe they painted it in black this year.
Maybe, yeah. Might be a shadow, but we can't tell.
No. Well, the sun is out, so it could be a shadow. Even though, if it is a shadow or not, the start line is under there, and that's where the race will be counted from and to.
Yeah. Minor details.
Yeah, just trifling matters.
Details.
Who's on pole? Who finished 8th in the last race?
It was Smifaye, and then in second is DanThorn, and third is Ajokay. But here we have the lights.
Now we do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No.
Go!
5, none. Smifaye and DanThorn both getting very good starts there.
Look at the start.
Sticking his nose in as well, along with Shouty. They had a ding-dong battle in the last race. They're looking to continue it here.
They did. It's
Ajokay's got alongside DanThorn.
2 abreast all the way through the pack.
Just how we like it. 2 breasts in a pack.
Yes. Oh, lovely. Oh, no, another crash.
Oh.
Who's that?
Mr. Flobberdob.
Oh.
Everyone made it through there, and then the last car came through and ballsed it up for everyone else. As RacePro taps the back of
someone.
One of the Kaibutsu cars, probably Lin. Let's drop him down to 17th, as the kindly graphic shows.
Back with the action at the front though. Here's Ajokay chasing down. Oh, see Daisy getting sideways.
Very impressive in a front-wheel drive car.
Yeah, but that's allowed Tommy. Oh, lovely touring car move there, but got to be done.
Made his way through into third. He chases down Dan. Shouty holding everyone up with his antics. Driving that car every way but forwards. A fan of the sideways in this thing, isn't he?
He is a fan of the sideways.
And that's not a sexual thing, it's just how he drives the car.
It's just his style.
Sitting on the front wing here of the offender's car of POWA James. Not previous race, but former race winner.
Yeah, way back. Yeah, way back when in Imola.
Not quite the same amount of luck since.
Reminiscing.
Here's a corner to age everyone several years as they go around it. Melco. Nice and tidy.
Very tidy.
Like ants. Bit of a gap there between Blairy in, I think, 8th and Kroffie 9th. And then the rest of the cars file round. Mr. Flobbob's still going by the looks of it, so good on him for not totaling his car.
Well, this is a change of fortunes for RlyR. He's obviously started at the back of the pack, or towards the back of the pack with his DNF. Already up into the 10th position, which is great stuff, and already behind his teammate of Ajokay. Very strong showing.
Taking a chunk out of his front left wing there as he went around R. Don't be deceived, the barriers are not cuddly.
No.
And there's a list of the positions at the end of lap 1. Smifaye retains his pole position. DanThorn still second. Those two have got a long rivalry, haven't they? Especially in touring cars.
They have, but normally it's when DanThorn is ahead of Smifaye. But as we can see, it's reversed today.
So you're saying there's actually nothing to worry about?
Well, we never know, Alex. It's a long race. 9 laps still to play.
Plenty of time to drink the rest of the beer then.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
No, TommyWTF1 does a little bit of what looked like drunk driving, and still looks like drunk driving.
This is
a very bouncy wall though.
Yeah, this is frenetic stuff. I'm barely keeping up with all the cars going by.
Oh, the pretty cars. Look at them go.
Look at that one. And another!
Ooh. Ajokay, 9th. Second in the fast race. Only one place ahead of his teammate now, who's looking to claw back some points after his disappointing first race DNF. All of them chasing race 1 winner by Junior, who's got a little bit of a gap ahead of him. So I think we can say that he's holding people up. Although that's clutching at straws, really.
Yeah. Here's the leader.
Milko.
Oh, Dan taking a bit of a tight line there, hitting that protruding barrier.
Easy to do. Saw it a couple of times in the practice sessions.
It is, yeah.
People taking lines so tight because the hairpin is so tight, not realising it was too tight.
Back to these two battling then. They were battling...
And these two.
And these two. All race long, these two were battling, Shouty and Tommy, and those two pesky souls ahead, Ajokay and DanThorn, picked up right where they left off.
Shouty with a lot of change of direction into the final corner. Just trying to scare TommyWTF1 into a mistake. And he couldn't be closer now if he tried. I think he's pushing him along. If he's not careful, he's going to push him round sideways. PY James getting in on the action as well as they go 3 wide down to Lisboa. As Smifaye's got a little bit of a lead. Can't be too complacent though.
Oh, look at that.
That's Ajokay.
A mistake from a RlyR driver? No!
He found reverse gear very quickly then, and even waits for... And that's High Junior, race 1 winner.
That is tight. Can he make a...
Side...
Oh, lovely 3-point turn.
Very lucky the BMW had rear-wheel drive there. Managing to get a bit of a spin turn on. Just lost it as he got light over the bumps up San Francisco Hill.
Just a little bit of contact, I think, with PY James in front of him. Yeah, just didn't balance that car.
PY James unharmed though.
As soon as you'd send a rear-wheel drive, a little bit of contact, send it out of balance, it's very difficult to save.
Just nerfed the barrier though, don't think it did too much damage. I'm sure we'll hear on the radio if he had some kind of suspension damage like we did all race last race.
Yeah, we've not heard too much of that, but we're only 3 laps in.
Still plenty of time to damage your suspension. Tommy trying his best to there. Now, current or reigning champion versus current championship leader here. Jacob 7th, RlyR in 8th.
Indeed.
Both racing hard, although you think that Jacobs has maybe got a bit of ring rust, having not raced for a fair while now.
Yeah.
Forgot what it's like to drive a working car.
DanThorn not in the perfect car underneath him, it seems.
No, I think what he was saying there was he's forgotten what it's like to have a working car from last race's damaged Alpha to this race's mint condition Alpha.
Let's see. It's an Alpha, it's never in mint condition.
No.
I'll get my logos cleaned out for the next in-car radio. No matter how perfect that car is, it's not stopping that power Volvo from pulling right up on his bumper and choosing a direction. He's dived to the outside.
It's going to be tight.
Make it round.
Can we see? Yes. Unfortunately, not made it through this time. And it's up St. Francisco Hill. Not going to make a pass through here.
I think either one works. San, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of tyre smoke there from, well, I presume the leader, Smifaye. Not seen much of him.
No, we
He
haven't.
must be doing well. It's a clear sign the leader's doing well when you never see any footage of him. Or her. Could be a woman. This
Could be a
case it
woman.
isn't. And from women to wolves, here is one in the pits without his front bumper again. Let's see how he lost it. Sparks from his front left there. Looks like he's already got a puncture by the time he arrives at the barrier there at the corner between Morris Hill and Donna Maria.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Alex.
I know I'm right.
Alright. There's PJ. I mean, DanThorn.
Yes, races with a mural of fellow really rubbish racer PJ Tierney on the roof. or I think he brings the luck of the Irish to the Kernowsport team.
For poops and giggles.
Certainly giving him enough luck to hold on to this second place so far. This is as high up as Dan's ever run, I do believe, isn't it, this season?
Yeah, well, we've seen Ajokay have a look earlier on in the lap, but so far he's doing very well, keeping a steady gap.
Ajokay actually dropped back into the clutches of Shouty somewhat.
He has.
He's still driving his car like it's on trolley casters.
Mm-hmm. Got to think that Shouty's eyeing up a move into Lisboa, although he might already get it done before then.
He seemed to get a good drive out of Fisher, out of R, but I think he had a little bit of sideways movement. He jinxed the car as he leaves the corner, and that loses him a little bit of straight line speed that he has to regain.
He's all over the track trying to distract Ajokay ahead of him. Let's see. Into the run down into Lisboa. I don't know whether he's close enough, but he's pulling out.
The car's hitting 150 miles an hour nearly down the end of this straight, the fastest place on the whole calendar. Quite remarkable it's on a street circuit.
Great
Quite
fact.
absolutely bonkers crazy.
Lovely little factoid.
Little nugget of information for you there.
Nougat. Oh, nugget.
Could be a nougat nugget of information.
He is driving like a man possessed. Shouty, I'm talking about.
Yes,
Or a boy possessed. I'm not sure how we should
a man
refer to
boy
him.
possessed.
A man boy.
The man boy Shouty.
The Russian man boy.
The Soviet man boy, who was, of course, born after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. But let's not let that stop him.
Nope. It's not stopped him since, so far.
Nope. One thing he isn't going to be doing is Stalin, his Chevrolet.
No! Get out of town. Wonderful.
Well, let's hope he doesn't anyway.
There's Dario. Oh, Dario got hit in the face.
Oh dear, Ajokay trying to get as good a look at Dario's face as possible there, nudging Dan into a slight spin at the Melco hairpin, but everyone carrying on unharmed, apart from Dario, who's got a bit of a dent in his forehead. So Dan from Cornwall, obviously a fan of the old countries of the British Isles. He has the flag of Cornwall. He's got the face of PJ and the face of Dario. all things Celtic and Gaelic.
Yes,
on his car.
Yes.
Some might call it strange, but we just find it endearing.
And who's this?
Seemingly empty track as the cars come through the fog. It's Smifaye, it's the leader. Just to remind us what he looks like. There he goes. Quite a gap pulled out ahead of Dan and Ajokay. And that's Blairy up to 4th now.
What has happened?
And Ollie K there as well.
Shouty.
This is just like the first touring car season. Me in second with Smifaye just slowly pulling away.
He knows it.
Do we know what's happened? Have I missed something, or has Shouty gone?
I think Shouty has disappeared somewhere. Hopefully we'll get a replay of it, as we just saw Lynn there having a little trip into the barriers at Moorish Hill. Easy to get light over the bump on the way in.
It is.
You are James, the offenders, in 6th. Weaving through these S's here. The Scirocco proving to be a very stable and sturdy car, if not one of the quickest, still.
Yeah, as I
performer.
always say when you talk about the Scirocco, when PY James gets it hooked up, you know, he's right at the top. You know, taking pole positions and race wins. It's just the consistency he needs to address. And of course,
he's a very inconsistent character, so it goes with his nature. And seeps through into his driving style.
Setting his car on fire isn't exactly the best way to maintain consistency. So
no, but it keeps you warm at night, doesn't it?
Does
I'm dreaming of the back end of an Alfa Romeo.
premonition.
Okay, already thinking about being in bed later on this evening.
As he goes to.
Now what have we here? There we see from the window this is Shouty. Gets spun by Tommy B and then just disappears.
Oh no. Whoa.
But William there.
Whoa. What was that? Was that a 360 or a 520
Or
or
a 720.
720? 1080.
Seem to clip the barrier coming through one of the right-handers up San Francisco Hill. We've not seen that before, as Ajokay tries to get through past Dan, goes a little deep into the corner and gets mugged by Blairy, who's now up into 3rd place.
This is a great drive from the championship leader. Although
so great that Ajokay is a little bit annoyed and gives him a little nerf into the barrier.
It's just
No
a
harm
tap on
done.
the, a pat on the back. Well done, mate. Great overtake.
Yep.
No, bugger off.
Didn't John Cleland him as he came past, giving the middle finger gesture. Now Ajokay the meat in a Blair 1 sandwich, and that's somewhere that no one wants to be, and no one deserves to be. It's just cruel. Sparks flies the car bottoms out around these tight bends and hills.
Ajokay having to worry about Ollie K now. On board now. Of course, no chance into the Melco hairpin from the yellows.
They don't even bother to wave the yellows around here. They just hope that everyone knows. And they've all had their drivers' briefing, so they should.
Yeah, your arm would get a bit stiff if you're just waving your arm all day, so... And...
Bukoy, the lesser seen power car this weekend, gets it a bit wrong into the corner before maternity.
No, not having a great time of it, is he? Neither of these two.
Kroffie and his team owned by Junior there, taking the spot as he has a whack of the barriers.
And now look at this, Blairy again, chasing down DanThorn for second now. Who's going to stop this man?
Well, let's see if it can be Dan that stops this man. Come on, Dan. Stop this man.
Dan! Dan!
Dan!
Dan!
Dan!
Dan!
Can't have heard me. Dan!
Not him. It's not him. Anyway, back to the action, and Dan is keeping his line.
Ollie K gaining a place there on Ajokay, and Ajokay taking it right back again.
Oh, I missed that.
Bit of a flip-flop there. Very impressive from the two of them not to hit each other through Lisboa in the corner after Lisboa. Larry getting impatient with Dan. Oh, this is more fun than a day at the Owl Sanctuary, isn't it?
Sure is.
I must say it's a cracking Owl Sanctuary.
Do you like Pringles?
Why we're having to resort to partridgeisms when we've got a four-way battle for second place, I do not know. Do you say it's a Volvo?
Like my cones.
No cones on this track, it would just confuse.
Yeah, we've got enough barriers to contend with.
And Ajokay's actually taken that third place back from Blairy.
He has, it's very good stuff.
Just before he gets to Melco, cementing the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we on board with here? Tommy B.
Oh. Oh. Watch out.
You hit the little jutting out barrier there.
And he's gone.
Yeah, the little jutting out barrier. Didn't get out of the way in time for PY James and J Coops to not clash into the side of him.
No.
Ajokay still struggling to get past DanThorn. Now in the clutches of Blairy again, who backs out on the way into Reservoir.
Great to see such a fierce battle for the final two podium positions so late in the race.
Just under 2 laps left as we see Smifaye just off in the distance there. Already round Lisboa, he's got nothing to worry about unless he was to
3
throw it
wide.
into a barrier himself. 3 wide, 2 wide, none
5 wide. Oh no, 4. There's only 4 of them.
Ajokay. It's around. It's hard to see, easy to see double, but Ajokay makes it through.
Yes. Into second. Great stuff.
Took a little bit of argy-bargy, but he's finally made it past Dan, who gets it all wrong and into the side of Blairy. Blairy seems immune from hits to the side through that corner. He's had one from Tommy B earlier.
This was only going to happen, wasn't it? It's all getting very messy.
Just getting a little bit violent now. And what happened here? Blairy nudged Ajokay, which then nudged Dan into the wall there a little bit.
Ollie K just nowhere to go.
No, really losing out there. Fair few car distances as well. Car distances?
That'll do.
Distances. Car lengths.
Car lengths, that'll do. battle for the final points paying position, and it's between Don Matteo, RacePro, and Kroffie again. The only man we're missing is Jay Coops, who I think is further down the road, if memory serves me right.
I can't remember.
No.
Sorry, that silence was just me trying to remember, and I couldn't, so I didn't. But
No.
yeah, Kroffie's showing very well again on his second outing. Clearly loves this circuit, and he's got a good car underneath him. Good to have another Alpha in the mix as well.
It is.
Dan now having a go at defending 4th rather than 2nd.
Rounding the last
stream down the.
Yes.
Sorry, carry on.
Rounding the last couple of corners now. And have a lap to go. Who do you think is going to come out of this top of these two battles? RlyR cars or Ajokay and DanThorn?
I think there's going to be a small thermonuclear explosion that takes all 4 of them out of the running.
Oh.
That's my bet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, last lap. Side by side.
Larry
Not for long.
marginally ahead as they start their final lap. This of course for 2nd place. Unfortunately not for the lead. Smithy's made it rather boring out front. Could be a lights to flag victory we're looking at here, which we always, whenever we see those, we don't really see them.
No.
Don Matteo's time marks there from his earlier excursion into the camera by the looks of it.
Well,
As Ollie came round the outside of DanThorn as a
that was
Kaibutsu
fantastic.
car sneaks out.
Well, the RlyR cars are leading these battles at the moment. And
Hold on, that's a power car there.
in the
Okay, and DanThorn.
Ow.
Oh,
Wait,
what a
crash.
mess. That's Ajokay out of 3rd position. Let's see what
He
happened.
was running in 3rd.
Oh, big hit there.
Oh,
And then an
Polestar.
unsighted DanThorn popping his lights off as he did in the last race.
That is a nasty collision.
And we see it just up ahead there, just out of view. Now it's going to be one wrecked Volvo. They'll have to send that back to Sweden in a heap.
That is a shame. We do know Ajokay, the Hertfordshire man, does get quite quite upset when he's not, when he crashes. So hopefully he's not too tearful.
Well, doesn't everyone?
Oh, look at this celebration before it's even over.
This is our leader. That's Smithy at the Melco hairpin,
Oh, he's
turning
just
left instead of right.
He's just showing off.
It's just as well he gained all that lead in the first few laps, isn't it? Because he's still got a comfortable barrier over the RlyR cars, who are now 2nd and 3rd, the unstoppable force that is RlyR. But the immovable object is going to come home to win his first race of the season. Very well done to Smithy and his Black Cat Chevrolet.
Oh, he's flashing his lights in signature Smithy style. Oh, he's overjoyed with that, I bet.
Look at him.
Giddy as a...
He's
giddy
milking
ants.
that light switch for all it's worth.
And who's this? DanThorn.
That's DanThorn being passed left, right and centre. Well, just right and right by Kaibutsu car, PY James and Jay Coops, who's
He keeps
taking-
hitting... Oh, no!
S-
No,
crash.
Get out. Oh, no.
Oh, what a mess.
Oh,
So that's PY James gone from 5th to... Well, he's
sixth
going
and
to
now
lose...
7th. Oh, dear. He's... Oh.
And he's lost his bumper, and he's so despondent, he's taken out on the start-finish straight barrier. What a mess there. Unsighted.
What?
There's a very slow-moving Kaibutsu car there. Probably should have ducked in the pits being the final lap and gotten out of everyone's way. Lynn there being
Probably.
lapped.
Well,
So
there we
no
go
win
then.
for RlyR on his 100th race weekend. Just as well, really. It's nice to have something a bit different.
It is. And this is a bit different. Smifaye winning a race. Been a while for the Black Cats driver. Good to see
Flying
him
his
back on
Union
top.
Jack proudly on his roof. Very good to see him on top as he rounds the top of the circuit up the hill. And he's at the top of the standings. There we go. 26-minute race. Smifaye in first, the RlyR cars second and third. Jay Coops finally getting some luck, bringing the car home fourth. For some decent points there. DanThorn eventually finishing fifth despite his puncture, I think, on the last lap there.
Yeah. And then last 2 points places go to RacePro and Kroffie. Another points position for Kroffie again. Great stuff. And then we've got some DNFs, and then actually Lynn 1876 finishing the race, but a lap down actually comes behind MasterOntwolf and Ajokay, which is rare to see. And then some more.
Confirmation there of a Shouty's game crashing, and hence why he didn't finish the race, disappeared from our views. Look at that. We have one event left, 2 races, and the RlyR guys are 1 point apart. Smifaye now definitely an outside chance for the title. RlyR not racing this weekend and now dropping to within 2 points of Ajokay in 5th.
There we have it. RacePro, first of the independents up there in 10th. Had a good season so far, 31 points. Great stuff to see.
And some more people.
So, yeah,
Northern
more
Monkey
people,
still got no
but
points. Kroffie there, 3 points on his debut weekend. Very well done.
Great stuff.
RlyR I think, have won the championship now. POWA
think
not
they
going to
have.
catch them up.
No.
JV only 9 points behind POWA there though, so that could swing into the final race.
Good.
If Kaibutsu Racing picking up some very important points with their win this weekend.
And then here we have Monolith Motorsport. Am I right in saying they've won the independents as well?
Yeah, that's confirmation of Monolith Motorsport's victory there.
Great stuff.
That was Really Rubbish Racing Touring Car Championship Season 2 race of Macau. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you did. I've been Alex, he's been Adam. He has. We'll see you for the final event of the championship at Circuit Zolder in Belgium.